I should get one of those things, you know. Take 2. Dose of hope. That's what we need. I'm going to put it on our wish list, one of those things, and I'm going to write dose of hope on there. So I'm going to tell you about this week's dose of hope, and I'm still going to get emotional about it. Last night I was at a meeting, and a brother and a sister in recovery, came and they got me. And they were dealing with a situation. In the recovery world, we call it like a 12-step. And that's when we suspect that someone may have relapsed. Doesn't always mean that that's what's happened, but that's what is the terminology, I guess, educating, right? What's a 12-step call? And that is when we come together. We don't do it alone because that's not safe. So we band together to, 1, support each other, and 2, support the person that we're trying to reach and connect with. And so, last night I was fine. In the moment, right? It's just like, okay, this is what we need to do. Been here. This is how we get the services that we need. And so it was instinctively, as soon as I got the information of what was going on, I said we need to call the police department and we need to do a wellness check. And so we went to the residence and we made that phone call. And fortunately, the individual that we were going to bring support to is doing okay and is alive, right? Like that's where I get like the emotions thing of like, I'm glad one didn't go out last night, right? Like that's and it's really a God thing how things like unfolded as usual, but like even more so, like the biggest dose of hope was having the opportunity to meet Officer Pladro and Officer Gardner, who were incredible in regards to providing in my mind, like where I come from, like trauma-informed services, right? And I forget the term that it was like community, I can't remember, but like they're here to protect us and keep our community safe. And it's such a gift to be on that side of things. So that individual is okay, and I had the opportunity to sit and talk with both officers at length, a little bit more with Officer Pladro, about substance use disorder and what that really means, what that looks like, how it truly affects us. And by the end of the night, there was like this hope that I would be able to come and share more with the rest of the force about what I was sharing with them last night, to get them, to help them understand, and be an advocate for our population. What they saw last night was inspiring and hopeful, and I kept hearing it over and over again of like how great it was to see the support and how we wrapped around. I mean, like within a few minutes, we had, by the time they left, we had six of us there to support and make sure everything was going to be okay throughout the night. And that's our dose of hope. I don't think I need to explain any more of like how absolutely inspired and hopeful verbally these individuals were about the situation. So I'm really glad that it was a positive experience for everyone. I'm glad it happened. As scary as those things can be, as emotional and triggering and all that stuff it can be, I'm really, really grateful because that individual supported and we were able to let our light shine to the rest of the world of what recovery really looks like. So, hope you have a really good weekend. There's our dose of hope. Got to get one of those. Hope you have a good weekend.